Hey guys, welcome back to Taste of Victory, and today we're going to take a look at the meta and try to do a little mini analysis here on how Booster Set 4 has been having on the game right now. So we're going to be using data from Japan, and this was collected by Digimon Trading Card Game Review. So they've been collecting topping deck lists that people post on Twitter in Japan and compiling them into this Google spreadsheet here. So massive shout out to him. Name should be on screen right now. Link to them will be in the description. If you're interested in playing this game competitively, make absolutely sure that you follow them. They are crucial to your knowledge on this game. Because if you see here, we're going to be using their tools. So he has a little Google Doc here with a bunch of decks that are topped for each color. You can see down here, and then a history of them. So we're going to be looking at the meta impact the BT4 has been having. Great Legend Booster Set 4. So the clear takeaway is green. So now this is a little bit over a full week after releasing. So we do have to keep in mind this is only a week into the new set. There's a lot of new toy syndrome that's going to happen with these kind of games. Close to a month, basically a month for the data here. So we see this was a little bit November 30th. We see was a bit after a bit over a month after that Booster Set 3 came out, which introduced Ceresmon and Hidden Potential Discovered for green. We saw it was making up about 20% of the topping decks by the end of November. And then we see here that the blue was already on a downward trend, but red was going up because Booster Set 3 introduced Ceresmon and Blitzgreymon, and we saw that the combo of them would leave so many of your opponent's Digimon de-digivolves that are much easier to respond to and destroy and run over, or just hard to catch back up after you set them so far back between those two cards digivolving together. So that's what's going on there with red. The Alter S Blitzgreymon package came really good together. Purple was starting to see a trend up, and we saw this was at the end of November. This one was probably due to the structure decks. This purple got all of the colors that didn't have them before, purple, green, and black, got a structure deck, and each one came with a random chance of getting one of 3 promos. And purple's promo was the Metal Garurumon you see on screen right now, which basically for Digiburst of 2, you can play any option for free. And this is as absolutely insane as it sounds, because you're filling up your grave for all those effects all those effects that purple has that needs the grave filled up, and you also get to play something like Trump Sword for free. You're basically getting to play a slightly less stronger Gaia Force for free, or you can play something like Nailbone, which lets you swarm field like crazy with a champion and rookie below it. That's insane. All that for free, and you already have a strong body like Metal Garurumon on board to deal with security and stuff. So that was why we see purple was already in an upward trend. And Booster Set 4 Great Legend was released on December 12th. Was released in December, the 12th month. Sorry about that. On December 18th. That was the release date of Booster Set 4. And green already had a really strong base. I'll have a video going up later detailing it more, specifically on green. But it already had a good base because of the download package, and then Ceresmon and Hidden Potential Discovered being added into Booster Set 3. But now with Booster Set 4, green got some really great cards because they already had good cards with the structure deck. As you see on screen, the Hercules Kabuterimon, also a Digiburst effect, lets you rest anything, and it comes with piercing. So this lets you run with a lot of green's inheritable DP boosting effects. This lets you run over a lot of things. So that already made green really great. But now you have Lilomon in Booster Set 4 that does the same thing earlier. So other green decks have access to that Digiburst effect now and earlier. So while it does pair with Hercules Kabuterimon, you don't have to run it anymore. Like Ceresmon decks can now have a good option to discard because of that and to rest. And then we also have the 2 Chaosmons, which are crazy strong. So green already has pretty good ramp, and for lack of a better word, ramp, rush up to the top of your build. But it also had fantastic. It did not have too much of a fantastic top end. Ceresmon is a really good top end, and Mega Gargomon is also a fantastic top end, but that was about it. Bancho Stingmon is pretty situational. It's clutch, but it's situational. But then Booster Set 4 introducing Chaosmon is an incredible game pusher. Like, that will close the game for you. You can get rid of most big threats that are hard for green to deal with the yellow one, minus 14k. To basically anything, destroying a bunch of stuff. Or you can get the green, the one that evolves from green and black Chaosmon, and be able to attack even through passing turn, and even attacking an unsuspended Digimon. So like your opponent may be trying to play around, not resting their Digimon, and it doesn't matter because of this Chaosmon. You get to pierce through it too, is the crazy thing. So that'll help you push. Like if you already took 2 securities or something, next turn you take 3 now or 4. You know, it really helps you push to close the game a lot faster. It's a really strong control end to push through the game. Because green already had a really solid base, it had a really solid ramp, but what it was missing was a really good top end, and now it has exactly access to that. That's exactly what it wanted. Nidhogman. Yeah, so Nidhogman is also another great top end that it got in this one because of how fast green can rush into an evolution. You could get with how fast green can rush through its evolutions. You could get to Nidhogman while your opponent is still at like their champions or low DP ultimates. If there's any ones that are low enough to be 5,000 off the top of my head, I don't remember. There might be, but that yeah, you could do that. You could rush pretty fast and wipe their board sooner. Or late game when they're trying to come back, you could just stop them in their tracks with Nidhogman. It's a really powerful effect. Like all this offensive and board control, what green needed was basically addressed pretty well in Booster Set 4. But the thing is, you can see like it was a huge boost because you can see this increase happen basically overnight on the release of December 18th. It went up straight and it is skyrocketed. It is making up 40% of the top decks by the time we get to this week, December 21st through the 27th. So he does, Digimon TCG review does have it broken down in percentages over here. We see, you hear the tournament breakdown. So you have a blue, red, green, yellow, purple, black, all that, and then the total. You see for out of 100% of decks, for the latest week that I'm recording this, green made up 19. And you see the week of release for December 18th, you see green shot up from 20% to over 35%. That is an over 15% increase overnight. That is insane. And in that same week, you see red plummeting down to 8.7% because green's taking up a lot of these spots. And red basically didn't get much from Booster Set 4 because it got the whole entire hybrid archetype and stuff, but it's not that good, or rather, at the very least, it's too slow, especially to compete with something like green, so it definitely saw a dip. But of course, this for red especially, this could be due to new toy syndrome. Everyone wants to try out the new cards, because I know purple is also very excited because of the new Lucamon cards and Anubismon combos you could do. But you did see a drop off from purple, because you see purple with the release of the starter deck. That starter deck did a lot for them with the free options they could play. And after that, it seems to have dropped off in favor of green. I think this is temporary and more of a sign of new toy syndrome. It'll go back up because Lucamon and Anubismon is a really great combo, and you still have that promo Metal Garurumon. We saw it was already up on the rise. You saw it was making like 17 out of all the other decks. It made the most in that week of December 12th to the 13th. So I think purple is definitely an option to keep, a color to keep an eye on. It'll go up, but that's pretty crazy for green. Yellow is another good takeaway. Like we saw, yellow has been steadily going up. It didn't have a structure deck released in November, so it's yellow is basically before Booster Set 4, which is Shine Greymon or Bust. So you see, it was already pretty low. I think people were just getting tired of the Shine Greymon strategy, and Shine Greymon was starting to show its age too, because stuff was just getting stronger around it and not able to be as fast because of how clunky needing to search for those tamers inherently is. We see in the next week it went up quite a bit actually on December 7th to the 13th. I'm not sure what happened there. It might have been some combo. But we see the week of release, we see yellow is starting to go up to 18%. It's a steady increase all throughout. And by this week, the 21st to the 27th, we see 26%. The second highest behind green. So how I made a video for green, or how I made a video for yellow analyzing them. There will be one coming for green soon, an analysis on what they did for Booster Set 4. But as you saw, like yellow got a lot of fantastic tools. It basically like glued all its little parts together. There was the glue was missing. Because what it was just green was too, or rather yellow was just too reactive and too slow and too costly for what I wanted to do if you're not playing Shine Greymon. But with all the new cards I got, Lucamon, Bushiagumon, War Greymon, like it starts piecing it all together, and it's a little more cost effective and a little more fast and a little more aggressive. And it shows here. Yellow has been going up a lot in these trends, which is fantastic for them. So we see that the big takeaways for this meta is green and yellow. They just keep going up because of the new cards they got, making their strategy not only powerful but consistent is what's really important. And we see blue has been in a really downward trend for a while now. It was going a bit up because of the stuff from 3 and Imperial Digimon being pretty good. But it just tanked as the structure decks came out. And it had a little bit of resurgence, but it just kept going down. As soon as Booster Set 4 released, it's starting to go down. Omnimon Turbo in blue isn't as good as it is in Japan, good as it used to be. It's not as good as it used to be in Japan anymore, because now Omnimon Red is what was used for a while. As you see there's that little period here where Red is higher than blue, and that's because of Omnimon Red with Blitzgreymon and Alter S being really good. but now it's going down. Because blue also, you got some stuff to strengthen its source strip mechanic, and you got some hybrids, but nothing on the level of green and yellow. They got some really good tools there. So I have some tournament results here actually from stores that post onto the Digimon card game groups. So we have this one is the Apex Bladers store webcam tournament, it looks like, and it's from Digico is the one that posted it. You can see the logo in the top left. So it looks like we see here as the purple results start trending upward as we see, this is from today, the 27th as I'm recording, and we see three purple decks top. We got our Anubismon Focus One, Metal Garurumon, and Piedmon. And then we have Hercules Kabuterimon making up the bulk of it, 5 of them it looks like, so it took up most of the spots in top. So they do share their decks lists. There's a couple there. Looks like the champion was blue. And then runner-ups was yellow and another yellow deck because yellow is also on the upward trend. So we see that. Then we see another tournament. This one doesn't seem to be from... So I'm just going to go ahead and put up a couple of deck lists we have here that the Digica Labo has been sharing on the Facebook, various Digimon TCG Facebook groups. And what we can see is that there is basically little difference between the green builds going around. They all basically have the same base of rookies and the same top of Chaosmon and either Hercules Kabuterimon or Ceresmon. Hercules Kabuterimon being the one that's usually switched around a lot. But basically it looks like it comes down to whether you want to have the full download package to be able to ramp up faster to Ceresmon or whatever your other mega is and have a bit more of a control aspect to it, or if you want to go more aggressive with stuff like Mega Kabuterimon, Lilamon, or Battle Tyrannomon and go more for the piercing aggressive route. It basically seems to be the two differences between building green is that, but other than that, they're pretty homogeneous in their builds. If we go back to the chart, we see that black is starting to trend upwards a little bit, and I definitely think it's a color to keep an eye on because they got that new D-Brigade archetype in this set, and they also have that final Zubagon Punch card they could do some fun games with. They could get beefy blockers too. So I think black is definitely an option to keep an eye on. Consider trying it out too. Purple's downward decrease again surprises me, but I think once people start seeing how strong Anubis and Lucemon is, it'll start going up. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good takeaway for today for this video. Green has by far run away the winner, but I'm wondering how much that is to the strong base that download and hidden potential discovered gave us, and how much of a problem that card may be going in the future. I do have a video going up, should be later in the week, analyzing that a bit more. Go ahead and check that out whenever it's up. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you got a bit of an idea of what is going on with Japan's meta a little bit right now. There's definitely some experimentation going on with red and blue right now because of the hybrids. That's the gist of it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this is helpful to you, helpful for you to decide what you want to play now or what you want to play when these come out in America. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. And until then, remember to stay hungry until you get a taste of victory.